Randy Gilbert didn't begin life in Oklahoma, but he put down roots here early on. As a child, his family migrated from Arkansas. Though his father didn't plan on staying here long, they ended up purchasing 10 acres of land in Tecumseh, sparking Randy's love for the community and agriculture.
I always tell my dad bought a truck and a house in Tecumseh all on the same day in 1971, and that's 53 years ago, and that's where we're still at.
Randy credits the relationships he fostered in FFA to be pivotal in his upbringing and enriched the life of his family in Tecumseh. He entered OSU, a bit unsure of his path, but thanks to those relationships, he soon realized his calling.
Raymond Cochran was one of them. Whenever they call and they ask you to volunteer and judge and help and work with some of the younger kids that are in high school then, and it just was automatic, pretty simple that I wanted to grow up and be an ag teacher. I wanted to have those experiences. I wanted to see those young kids, those young adults grow up and give back.
Gilbert graduated OSU in 1983 and headed for Lawton, teaching ag there for 5 years and experiencing the competition and camaraderie among schools in southwestern Oklahoma, and fostering a friendly rivalry with an ag teacher in nearby Elgin, CareerTech Hall of Famer Kent Boggs.
Mr. Boggs was a great friend, is a great friend, certainly a mentor to me, but yes, he was very competitive. He would help you with your kids, how to write speeches, for your kids to write speeches, for your kids to learn about parliamentary procedure, but whenever you got to the contest, you were on your own because he was very competitive. So, but though when it was over, he would teach you and he would help you to be better the next time.
Through it all, Gilbert has definitely seen the legacy of his investment firsthand.
Being in the classroom was a great experience. Some of the kids I had then still have great relationships with them. Some of my students that I had back in the 80s, now then I've had the opportunity and the ability to work with their kids. So it's all about relationships and all about doing something positive.
While Gilbert returned to Tecumseh in 1988 to oversee his family's trucking and warehouse business, he kept giving back by way of service on numerous boards within agriculture, public education, and private industry. He served on the CareerTech State Board for more than 20 years, or 3 governors, if you're counting.
My district supervisor back then told us as teachers, and certainly me as a teacher, said if you can have true impact on one student in your entire career, then you've been very successful. That's something that we remember, and that's something we work with still. Still today, I've been very fortunate to be on the CareerTech State Board, and that's a reminder to me when I sit in those meetings and we see all the things that CareerTech has to offer. What is it we can do for that next student? What is it we can do for that next person to make them a better person, to have a true impact on their life?
So, what fills Randy Gilbert's tank after the rigors of the 24/7 trucking and warehousing grind? Well, you might find him tending to his limousine. The cattle, not the stretch Cadillac.
We run some cattle, and those cattle that we have are the greatest therapists you'll ever have. We spend time with them. I can go on the weekends. I can go in the evenings, spend time with the cattle. Both our girls showed cattle. I mean, we have grandkids that show cattle, and a little bit of a pride moment is whenever you take cattle, cattle up out of your own pasture and you take them to a show, either a state show or a national show, and you're very proud of them, and your kids are proud of them, and your grandkids are proud of them. That's a good feeling. It makes you feel warm inside.
Randy says he found his personal mission statement on an old glass soda bottle, something he heard at FFA alumni camp as a young man.
No deposit, no return. You have to invest in it to get the return, and we certainly believe that FFA and CareerTech is worth the investment for the return. I mean, we certainly appreciate the ones that helped us get here. And so we want to pay it forward. We want to do what it is to pay it forward.
Congratulations to CareerTech Hall of Fame 2024 inductee, Randy Gilbert.